Have you ever wondered how to reignite intimacy with your partner as you grow older? In this video, we'll explore the deeper emotional and physical connections that mature couples can experience through oral intimacy, a practice that is often misunderstood yet vital for maintaining closeness after 50. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell to avoid missing any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. The very first thing I want you to understand, something that is often overlooked but is so deeply important, is that oral intimacy, like every other facet of sexuality, should never be reduced to a mere physical act. It's far more than that. It's not something that should be approached mechanically or without feeling. At the core of this intimate connection lies something profoundly emotional, something that transcends the physical. The most crucial component is the emotional bond, the love, and the deep connection that exists between you and your partner. Without that, intimacy can feel hollow, even empty. Recent psychological studies, particularly those conducted at the University of California, have illuminated something that many of us have always intuitively known. Men who feel emotionally connected to their wives during moments of intimacy, especially during acts as personal as oral intimacy, report higher levels of satisfaction, contentment, and overall well-being. This shows us that physical pleasure is only part of the equation. What truly matters is that the intimacy comes from the heart. It's a way of communicating love, tenderness, and devotion. When done right, it builds a bridge between two souls who have journeyed together through life, sharing joys, challenges, and countless memories. This is about more than just bodies touching. It's about hearts intertwining, creating a sacred space where love is both given and received. One of the most essential keys to maintaining this emotional and physical connection is learning to pay close attention to your partner's body language. When you're in these moments of intimacy, observe closely. Notice how your partner responds. Not just the obvious reactions, but the subtle, almost imperceptible cues. A shift in breathing, the slightest smile, or a gentle sigh. These are all clues that guide you in making the experience more fulfilling for both of you. Adjust your rhythm, pace, and technique based on what your partner enjoys. And don't be afraid to experiment with what brings joy to both of you. But remember, and this is vital, oral intimacy, like any other form of closeness, is a mutual exchange. It's an act of both giving and receiving. While it's important to focus on your partner's pleasure, don't neglect your comfort and connection. You deserve to feel as cherished and fulfilled as your partner. This balance, this dance of mutual care, can only be achieved when there is open, honest communication between both of you. Talking about your desires, your boundaries, and your needs should never feel uncomfortable. That vulnerability, the ability to communicate openly, is what deepens the intimacy even further. Now, let's dive a bit deeper into the technical aspects. There are so many ways to make oral intimacy not just enjoyable, but deeply nourishing for the body, mind, and spirit. You see, when done with love and care, it's not only a way to heighten physical pleasure, but also a way to foster emotional well-being. Medically speaking, we know that stimulating a man's erogenous zones triggers the release of endorphins, those natural chemicals in the brain that create feelings of happiness, relaxation, and physical satisfaction. But it goes beyond that. Research has shown that during moments of intimacy, our bodies release powerful hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. These hormones, often referred to as the love or bonding hormones, do so much more than just make us feel good. They help to solidify the emotional connection between partners, reduce stress levels, and promote long-term relationship satisfaction. Oxytocin, in particular, is known for creating a sense of closeness, trust, and deep emotional bonding between people, which is why intimacy can feel like such a powerful and transformative experience. When you take the time to focus not just on the physical pleasure of oral intimacy, but also on the emotional connection it fosters, you are nurturing something much larger than the moment. You're investing in the long-term health of your relationship, building a stronger foundation of love, trust, and mutual respect. Think about it. Every time you engage in intimacy with this level of emotional awareness, You are reinforcing the deep bond you share with your partner. You're saying, without words, I see you, I cherish you, and I want to connect with you on every possible level. That kind of love, that kind of intimacy, doesn't just satisfy the body, it feeds the soul. And in a world where stress, distractions, and external pressures can so easily drive a wedge between even the closest couples, moments like these become sacred. They are reminders of why you fell in love in the first place, why you've stayed together through thick and thin, and why your relationship continues to grow stronger over the years. Of course, achieving this level of emotional and physical intimacy isn't always easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. It requires effort, patience, and, above all, a willingness to be vulnerable with one another. It requires both partners to let go of any fears, insecurities, or preconceived notions about what intimacy should look like, and instead focus on what feels right for them. This is why communication is so crucial. You can't expect to know exactly what your partner needs or desires without talking about it. Similarly, your partner can't know what makes you feel loved and cherished unless you share that with them. When both partners commit to this level of openness, the intimacy you share becomes so much more than just a physical act. It becomes a profound expression of your love and commitment to one another. So the next time you find yourselves in a moment of intimacy, take a deep breath, slow down, and focus not just on the physical sensations, but on the emotional connection you're building. Remember that this is a precious opportunity to deepen your bond, to show your partner how much you love and appreciate them, and to experience the kind of intimacy that goes far beyond the physical. This is about creating a shared experience that leaves both of you feeling fulfilled, cherished, and deeply connected. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. In the end, oral intimacy, like all forms of love and connection, is about being present, about giving your full attention to your partner and receiving their love in return. It's about creating a moment that is uniquely yours, a moment that strengthens the foundation of your relationship and keeps the flame of love burning bright, even after many years together. When approached with love, care, and attention, intimacy becomes not just a source of pleasure, but a powerful way to nurture the emotional and spiritual bond that keeps you connected, no matter what life throws your way. One of the most powerful yet often underestimated techniques in sexology is known as variable stimulation. It's a truly remarkable approach that, unfortunately, many overlook. Rather than fixating on just one area of the body throughout the intimate experience, it involves varying the rhythm, intensity, and areas of focus. This method has the potential to elevate the connection between you and your partner to unimaginable heights. While it's easy to concentrate solely on the obvious zones, some of the most delicate and highly sensitive areas are often ignored, like the thighs, lower abdomen, and groin. These spots, filled with nerve endings, are incredibly responsive because of their proximity to the genital regions. Gently stimulating these areas with soft and intentional touches creates an intoxicating buildup of tension that intensifies the experience once you move to the more central areas. What's truly magical about this technique is that it builds anticipation, allowing the connection to grow stronger moment by moment. And it's not just about physical touch. It's about creating an emotional bond, a dance of energy that strengthens the intimacy between two souls. When you focus on more than just the expected places, it's as though you're saying, I cherish every inch of you. This makes the experience profoundly more personal, more intimate, and infinitely more enjoyable. On top of this, let's not underestimate the role of something as simple and natural as breathing. Breathing isn't just an involuntary act. It's a key player in the symphony of pleasure. Breathing deeply and steadily not only helps you maintain a harmonious rhythm of stimulation, but also allows both you and your partner to relax and fully immerse in the moment. The calming effect of deep breathing encourages a slower pace, and sometimes slow is exactly what you need to feel every moment deeply, to savor every sensation. According to a study from the Journal of Sexual Medicine, deep breathing significantly enhances blood flow, which in turn heightens pleasure. This doesn't just improve the physical aspect of intimacy, it opens the door to a much deeper emotional connection, something we all long for in our most intimate moments. So, take your time. Let each breath guide you both into a state of complete relaxation and mutual understanding, where every touch is felt on a profound level. I also want to address a concern that many women, particularly those re-entering or exploring intimacy in their later years, often feel anxious about. What's the right rhythm? How fast or slow should things move? It's such a common question, and one that's so important to talk about openly. The truth is, there isn't one correct speed. Every man is different. What feels wonderful for one may not for another. So it's all about paying close attention to your partner's unique responses. This is where true intimacy lies. Not in following a strict formula, but in deeply listening to your partner's body. The way he breathes, the subtle shifts in his body language, even the quiet sounds he makes. These are all gentle cues guiding you toward what feels best for him. The beauty of intimacy, especially in a long-term relationship, is that it's a journey of continuous discovery where you learn and grow together. It's not about doing it right every time. It's about being present, attuned, and connected in ways that transcend just a physical act. Remember, variety is the secret ingredient to a truly fulfilling and unforgettable intimate experience. You don't have to stick to the same rhythm or pace from start to finish. In fact, doing so can make the experience feel repetitive or predictable. By alternating between soft, gentle movements and moments of increased intensity, you not only build up a powerful sense of anticipation, but also prolong pleasure in ways that make the connection feel deeper and more exhilarating. From a medical perspective, this approach is backed by research in sexology, which shows that varying rhythm and intensity leads to the release of pleasure-inducing hormones, like serotonin. It's almost as if the body rewards you for taking your time and creating that beautiful balance between slow tenderness and passionate intensity. Think about it. When you allow the experience to ebb and flow, with moments of tenderness followed by bursts of passion, it keeps both partners engaged and present, fully in tune with each other. The anticipation you create with this variation is incredibly powerful. It's like a dance between two people who are both giving and receiving pleasure, a dynamic exchange that brings you closer on both a physical and emotional level. Now, let's talk about something that seems so simple but is often forgotten: your hands. The use of your hands is one of the most versatile and effective tools you have during intimate moments. When combined with oral stimulation, manual stimulation can heighten the experience significantly. It's not just about focusing on the obvious areas. Your hands give you the ability to explore, touch, and connect with other erogenous zones that are sometimes overlooked. You're creating a fuller, more immersive experience for both you and your partner. Imagine the effect of stimulating multiple areas at once. The central area, of course, but also gently teasing the thighs, abdomen, or chest. This multifaceted approach has been shown in sexual neuroscience to dramatically increase pleasure by activating various erogenous zones simultaneously. It's a bit like lighting up different parts of the brain, all of which contribute to a richer, more intense experience. Another crucial aspect that often goes under the radar, but should never be neglected, is health, both your own and your partner's. As we age, our bodies go through changes, and our sexual health is no exception. What may have worked or felt comfortable in earlier years can change over time, especially after the age of 50. Maintaining good hygiene becomes even more important as the body's natural bacterial flora shifts with age, which can increase the risk of infections or discomfort if not properly addressed. This doesn't just apply to you, but also your partner. Make sure that both of you are clean and comfortable before becoming intimate. There's nothing more reassuring than knowing you're taking care of each other in every possible way, physically and emotionally. Taking a moment to prepare to ensure cleanliness not only helps prevent any potential discomfort, but also sets the stage for a more relaxed and enjoyable experience. It's a simple act of care and respect, and it can make all the difference in how you both feel during those intimate moments. As we grow older, prioritizing comfort, cleanliness, and health in our relationships is a sign of maturity and love. These small, considered actions can transform the experience, ensuring that intimacy remains not only pleasurable but also safe and fulfilling no matter your age. Another incredibly important aspect to consider, especially as we age, is lubrication. It's one of those things that many people might not feel comfortable discussing openly, but it plays a pivotal role in ensuring intimacy remains a pleasurable and fulfilling experience. As the years go by, it's completely natural for both the female and male bodies to experience changes in moisture levels, and needing a little extra help in this regard is nothing to be ashamed of. These changes are part of life, part of the beautiful aging process that we all go through. What's important is that we adapt, evolve, and embrace these changes rather than resist them. Thankfully, there are so many wonderful options available today. Whether you choose water-based lubricants or silicone-based ones, they can truly transform the way you experience intimacy, making every touch, every moment feel more comfortable, fluid, and enjoyable. The use of lubrication is not just about avoiding discomfort, though that's a huge part of it. It's about enhancing pleasure in ways that can reignite that spark between you and your partner. There's something so freeing about knowing you can relax, without the fear of irritation or dryness interrupting your connection. And from a medical standpoint, experts in sexual health recommend using lubricants as a way to prevent friction that can lead to irritation. They also help keep the skin soft, supple, and elastic, especially in areas that become more sensitive as we age. Think of it as giving your body that little bit of extra care and attention it deserves. After all, your body has been with you through so much, and now it's time to support it in return. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. But using lubrication isn't just a physical solution. It's also a deeply emotional one. When we acknowledge the changes in our bodies with love and understanding, rather than frustration or embarrassment, we nurture our self-esteem and foster a deeper sense of acceptance. This creates a ripple effect that strengthens the emotional connection between you and your partner. There's something incredibly powerful about being able to say, I honor my body and I honor your body, too. It allows you both to feel comfortable, confident, and most importantly, present in the moment. And presence is key. Being able to fully immerse yourself in the experience, without distractions, creates a space where true intimacy can thrive. As we get older, maintaining the sense of closeness becomes even more essential. Our bodies may change, but our need for connection, both physically and emotionally, remains constant. This is where intimacy becomes about so much more than just physical pleasure. It's about creating a space where both partners feel safe, loved, and cherished. When you use tools like lubricants to enhance comfort, you're not just making the physical experience more enjoyable. You're also showing your partner that you care about their well-being and that you're invested in their happiness. It's a beautiful way of saying, I'm here with you fully and completely. Now, as we talk about the journey of mature intimacy, it's important to remember that this stage of life offers unique opportunities for exploration and growth. Intimacy doesn't have to become routine or monotonous simply because we've been with the same partner for many years. This is a time when you can rediscover each other in new and exciting ways. With age comes wisdom and the freedom to try new things without the pressures of youth. You can explore different forms of intimacy, like oral stimulation, which not only enhances physical pleasure, but deepens the emotional connection you share. Oral intimacy, in particular, can be incredibly powerful because it requires a level of vulnerability and trust that strengthens the bond between you and your partner. It's a form of giving that goes beyond the physical. It's an act of devotion, a way of showing your partner that their pleasure matters deeply to you. But intimacy isn't just about trying new things. It's about communication, too. Open, honest dialogue with your partner is one of the most essential elements of a fulfilling, intimate life. As you explore new ways of connecting, don't be afraid to talk about your needs, desires, and even your insecurities. Intimacy thrives when both partners feel heard and respected. When you have those open conversations, you create a foundation of trust that allows you to feel safe in expressing yourselves, both emotionally and physically. Never forget that respect, communication, and love are the pillars of any lasting relationship, and they become even more important as we age. So, how do you take all of this and apply it to your relationship? It begins with letting go of any preconceived notions of what intimacy should look like. Intimacy and maturity isn't about following a script. It's about listening to your body, your partner's body, and allowing the experience to unfold naturally. And remember, practice makes perfect. But more than that, conscious, loving practice is what makes intimacy truly fulfilling. It's about being present with your partner in a way that says, I see you, I feel you, and I want to share this moment with you. When you approach intimacy with love, dedication, and an open heart, it becomes so much more than just a physical act. It becomes a celebration of your connection, a way to reaffirm your bond with each other. As we grow older, we also grow wiser. And with that wisdom comes the ability to appreciate the beauty of mature intimacy. It's not about trying to recapture the passion of youth. It's about creating something even more meaningful. It's about understanding that intimacy is not just about pleasure. It's about the deep emotional connection that has grown between you and your partner over the years. So, feel free to explore, communicate, and most importantly, enjoy this journey of mature sexuality together. There is something so beautiful about being able to experience this kind of connection after so many years together. It is a reminder that love, in all its forms, only deepens with time. Don't be afraid to try new things, to be playful, to laugh, and to embrace the changes that come with age. After all, intimacy is as natural as breathing. It is a fundamental part of our humanity, and it deserves to be nurtured, no matter our age. So, take your time, breathe deeply, and let every touch, every moment be a reflection of the love and connection you share. This is your journey, and it is as beautiful and unique as the two of you. As we come to the end of this journey into the deeper realms of intimacy and connection, I want to thank you for joining us today. Intimacy, especially in maturity, is such a beautiful, evolving experience that deserves to be explored with love, care, and openness. We've touched on some important topics, from the significance of variety and stimulation, the power of breathing, the use of hands, the essential role of lubrication, and the importance of communication and respect in your relationship. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned from this discussion? Is there one thing that stood out to you, something you plan to bring into your own life and relationship? Please take a moment to reflect and share that one thing you've learned in the comments below. I truly believe that learning from one another can inspire deeper connections and more meaningful experiences. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Thank you for being part of this conversation, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.